In 1986, a very interesting contact with a UFO took place in a closed military town in the Tomsk region, Russia. At that time, young officer Sergei Mikhailov, who was on duty, was the first to notice how something incomprehensible was happening in the sky just above the military barracks. He was going to remember for the rest of his life what he saw that night.
Section 51.
Hi everyone, what's up guys, DOZgeek here again with Section 51. I hope you are in good shape and I wish you a happy new year and all the best in 2023 in all that you do. May peace and love one day triumph over the madness of men who unleash violence and death in the world, especially now in Eastern Europe, in the Ukrainian area. Perhaps our visitors from the sky will want to intervene this year to put an end to all this madness. And if that's not the case, I'm sure the passage of time still brings us closer every day to the truth. That truth that comes out in the open. The glittering truth that crushes the lies and the biggest scams in the world we have had to endure in the last 2 years with wars, panic around viruses and global warming. In 1986, on a cold night, a mysterious contact with a UFO took place in a closed military town in the Tomsk region, Russia. Officer Sergei Mikhailov, who was on duty, was the first to notice how something incomprehensible was happening in the military unit. At first, the light went out, then all the equipment turned off almost instantly. When trying to establish its work, it turned out that not only the headquarters but also all neighboring buildings were de-energized. Going out into the street, Sergei noticed how a blue disc-shaped object hovered in the sky above the settlement. The officer raised the alarm. A few minutes later, several dozen soldiers ran out of the barracks and other buildings. The UFO hung motionless for a long time, after which 2 more similar objects flew up from the northwest side. Attempts to contact higher management were unsuccessful. All the equipment in the whole military unit did not work. Moreover, even the quartz clock stopped. The backup generators were not producing power, as if something was absorbing it. 10 minutes passed and the devices began to circle, writing out unimaginable trajectories. At some point, a connection was formed between the 3 UFOs, consisting, presumably, of electricity. Its power became stronger. Individual lightning flew off to the sides. The military looked at the spectacle with fear. Sergei Mikhailov ordered everyone on the street to take cover in the building. It felt like an explosion was about to happen, but instead, a square energy portal opened in which the objects disappeared. When it was all over, the electronics returned to service. In 2017, Sergei Mikhailov resigned and shared his thoughts with the staff of Cosmopoisk, also known as Space Search, a group with interests in ufology, cryptozoology, and other mystery investigations. It turned out that about 20 similar meetings of the military with UFOs during the USSR appear in various places. In the 90s, there was a decline in activity. More precisely, there was no recession. The number of military units decreased, respectively, and observations became a rarity. Encounters with UFOs are often accompanied by turning off equipment, stopping the clock and other influences. And moving through space with the help of some kind of portal is a technology inaccessible to Earthlings. This fact alone allows us to conclude that we are dealing with devices of extraterrestrial origin, or earthly, but from the distant future. Russian physicist Mikhail Gerstein believes that the Earth is visited by several types of UFOs. Some use ordinary water to fly, so they usually live underwater or collect it. The second is energetic, as vampires draw out the entire energy field with their installation and then accumulate it for their own flight. Still others are vehicles that move thanks to nuclear fusion. If this gradation is correct, then most likely, in 1986, the Earth was visited by the second type of UFO. All these descriptions seem to corroborate the many other testimonies around the world, sightings of UFOs sometimes in the air and sometimes underwater. Flying objects capable of ultra-fast movements, but also capable of stopping suddenly in overflight. Strange objects capable of illuminating themselves and emitting electric arcs testifying to a strong electromagnetic field around them. Each time the witnesses report having suffered a curvature of time. That is to say, they have lived a short moment where time has stopped. There is a good chance that this kind of phenomenon is still happening around the world today. Be careful. Section 51 is on social networks, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget to hit that like button and that bell button too. Don't forget to share the video and to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. This was DOZgeek with Section 51. I'll be back really soon. Open your eyes, watch the sky, live long and prosper.